So this year has been probably the busiest year I have had in my playwriting, musical theater writing career. And a big part of what I've been trying to figure out this year is how much is too much. I've been so fortunate to have a few productions, a couple of workshops, readings, a residency. It's been a lot, and it's been a lot of kind of pushing myself to a certain edge or a boundary to see how much I can really take on schedule-wise. And one of the concerns has been if I take on too much and get really busy, when does my creative brain get a chance to do its work? And I haven't quite settled on any routine or answer to this yet. I think going into 2020, I'm definitely going to be figuring that out as well, continually. But I have noticed a very fascinating phenomenon happen, which is, so I've got, depending on which ones you count, I have anywhere from like 5 to 7 different projects that I'm in the middle of. And when different deadlines come up, then that particular project takes my focus. And I have a workshop coming up in December for my untitled Asian American Senior Sex Scandal Murder Mystery musical. You can find out more about that in the link below. And I've only written like a couple scenes and a couple songs for this show, and I know going into the workshop, basically the week after Thanksgiving, I need to jump into actually writing some more stuff. And this week leading up to Thanksgiving, coming off of the Four Immigrants reading, I thought maybe I would get some writing done, but I don't think that's going to happen. But what I have found happening is my brain is generating ideas around this project. It's almost like once the Four Immigrants reading happened, this part of my brain just like opened up, and I've been waking up in the morning with ideas of the story, of the characters for this show. Ideas have been coming when I'm driving or washing the dishes, and I just find that really fascinating. It's almost like there's a spigot that is keeping ideas. I mean, who knows? It's probably happening all unconsciously, but it's almost like that spigot turns once it's time for that particular project to be at the front. And I don't have a shortage of ideas right now, which is kind of exciting. And I will say it's not like I turn off the spigot entirely. Like for this particular project, I have been thinking about ideas on and off, not with a concerted effort. I definitely haven't had much brainstorm time, but I have been trying to do some reading and research and occasionally toying with a thought or two. But what has been happening this week has just been full-fledged story and plot ideas, and that's been encouraging and exciting. So I guess all that to say, I think this is part of the process, is scheduling these times, these deadlines, and just making sure I have the time in advance of these deadlines for my brain, my body to kind of get into this new place, this new headspace, this new realm, so to speak, for whatever the project that's coming up is calling for. So heading into this workshop, I'm actually pretty excited because I don't have things fully fleshed out, but that's kind of the point of next week and the week of the workshop, is to try and pull some ideas together. And I'm giving myself a loose goal of getting to the end of Act 1. I think there's a really strong chance that that won't happen, but yeah, it's pretty cool that my brain is just now open to this particular project. And I guess it's kind of a big lesson in learning not to worry too much. Like, I have been doing occasional reading and research related to this project. I have occasionally been thinking about it, and I knew going into this workshop I should probably set aside the week ahead of time to devote to this project. And it's like my self knows and starts to generate these ideas that may have been in there or dormant, or just, needing this extra push to start coming out. And look at that, the sun is shining after a rainy day today. I am learning that this is part of my creative cycle, and to trust myself and to know that yes, when there is a deadline, my brain will open up to it and I should give it some space, maybe at least a week or two ahead of time to kind of generate thoughts and ideas around the project. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it, especially because this is a project that is, I mean, just the idea of a senior sex scandal murder mystery musical, I can't take it too seriously, so I'm really excited to kind of jump in and have some fun. I'm pretty excited to run with some of these ideas and let my brain and my thoughts and my creativity run wild with it. With the added pressure that there will be actors in the room who I will need to hand something to so they know what the heck we are doing during the workshop. Anyway, it is Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether it's with family or friends, whether you are near or far from home. Thank you for anybody who watches these videos. I appreciate it, and I hope that they may be helpful somehow in your creative journeys. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you all next week.